Hello, everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. I don't know how you're doing today. Can you hear the music in the background? Can you hear it? Do, 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 do. You know that song. And that song reminds me that you and I need to get back into living. Truly, truly living. Too many of us live in fear. Too many of us are afraid to go outside. Too many of us are afraid to go after those goals and dreams that we once had. It's so important to have pride. I have pride back here in the United States of America, and a lot of other things bring a little bit of pride and inspiration to my life. And it's so important to get the right people, the right person that gives you that thrill of being alive. We all need something because it doesn't pay very well to live in fear. What do you get out of it? Being overcautious, afraid of your own shadow, in many cases, afraid to even watch TV because the news could scare you. Now, in today's world, if you get cable or satellite, you have hundreds of channels to choose from. And none of it has to be the news. None of it has to be negative. You and I can choose to feed our body and our soul with something a lot more powerful than negativity. It's everywhere, and you know it is. So what does live for the living mean? What does that mean to you? Live for the living. We're all alive. I think you know where I'm going with this. We're all physically alive, but a lot of us aren't mentally alive. A lot of us are even physically dead. A lot of us are emotionally in chaos and disarray, but we're not really living. You think when you were a baby or a child, and hopefully your parents cuddled you and loved on you, and your aunts and uncles or whomever cared about you and told you, well, hopefully, at least in my case, told me I was good looking, I can accomplish anything in the world and just go for it. And we know the Nike saying, just do it. That's so important, whether you like the organization or not, but that motto, just do it. Just stand for something. Be all that you can be. That's what the world means to me. That's what living is. It's not sitting in your lazy chair wondering what's going to happen to me tomorrow. Understand, if you've been retired many years and you just want a break, and maybe even from the grandchildren, you want to sit in the rocking chair for a few hours, maybe a couple days, hey, good on you. You lived, but don't stop living. Life is too short, really, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, the next day. And when we have this fear, and I understand there's some things out there. I'm not going to talk about the COVID or all, any of these other things going on, fires and natural disasters and the fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown causes us to worry about something that hasn't happened yet. And in many cases, it doesn't happen. We got in our mind that the worst is always out there. And the worst is out there. But not if you and I focus on the positive. Not if you and I want better for ourselves and our children. Not if you and I really are being all that we can be. If we're continuously learning new things, trying new challenges, being out there experiencing something we never had before, isn't that worth living? I remember a couple of years ago, I've taken, I don't know, it's a wine and art class, drink some wine and do some art. That's exciting. I know there must have been about a dozen of us, maybe a dozen of us, a few tables, and we're doing some art on some ceramic tiles, have a little bit of wine, a little bit of snacks there. It's something new for me. Sure, I colored and painted as a kid, but not so much in my adult life. I lost that passion. It didn't mean as much to me as it did 20 years or more ago. But every now and then it's good to kind of rediscover who you were, who maybe you still are. Now, I get it. We have, the pressures of our jobs, pressures of our families, the pressures of paying our bills. I get it. But we do not live, we weren't born to go to work, pay bills, and sleep. Go to work, pay bills, go to sleep. We were meant to enjoy this beautiful earth, this world that God has given us. Yes, life's not fair. And a lot of people have been disadvantaged. A lot of people have been, have not been given the same opportunities that people like me might have received. And that's the world we live in. That's sad. But what happens if we help someone get that opportunity? Or offer someone something they didn't think that could ever happen to them? Isn't that kind of what we're supposed to do? Kind of lend a helping hand, a lift up, showing someone else that they too matter and their life can be better than they ever imagined. Living is for all of us. It could be in that lazy chair, but don't stay in that lazy chair too long. Get up and smell the flowers again. Plant something new in your garden. Go back to learn how to work on a car. You maybe haven't changed your own oil in 20 years. Why not do it? Life is about experiences, and the more positive experience that you and I put into our lives, the better we are, and the better we can share with our community and encourage them to do also. Hey, once again, I challenge you to really live. We don't know our last day on earth, but let's not live in fear. Let's not be afraid too much, because then what did we work hard for? What did we stand for? What do you and I think we really accomplished if we're just sitting back waiting to die? I challenge you not to be that person. Hey, take up bingo. That's exciting and it's challenging. Trust me, I cannot keep up with those numbers. I have to use the electric machine. And even then, I don't know what's going on. It's okay. But don't get stuck at a table doing the daubers all the time. Do other things. Like I said, painting, changing oil in your car, planting something new in your garden, taking a walk somewhere you maybe haven't done in years. Live. I strongly encourage you to live life to the fullest. Join a vacation club like I have. You want some pointers on that? VIP-vacation-club.com. Trust me, when you're vacationing more often, when you're sharing new experiences with your loved ones, when you remember what living was all about, trust me, you'll have a different perspective on your life. Anyways, you're in the office with Joseph Skoda. And once again, take this opportunity to live, to truly live. Have yourself a great day. Leave some comments below. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions about anything, about living, please give me a call. Have yourself a great day.
We are now reaching our second year anniversary on our inspirational, educational, and entertainment programmings. As part of our journey, we are so grateful to announce that our programs are now available to watch live in real time on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Periscope. A big appreciation to all our followers, viewers, supporters, and to those who are cheering for our success. Thank you very much for your patronage. For 2 years we have produced over 25 shows. and joined by passionate collaborators, individuals, and organizations. Social media shows network's 2-year anniversary, and 100-episode celebration, and $100 giveaway. No purchase necessary. Go to socialmediashows.com for more details.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Hello, everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Yeah, G.I. Joe Skoda. You know who I am. You know, we talk a little bit about inspiration, things that make us tick. We talk about how we should focus. We often discuss different ways to earn additional income, how to express ourselves with whatever we want to do, and how to be supportive and serve others. And those things are so exciting and very true till today. Make sure you're following those past webinars, past trainings we've talked about. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the KFC. KFC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken, which until about the last decade or so was one of my favorite chickens, of course, one of my favorite recipes. I don't understand. Things seem to change over time, and even fast food does not taste as good as it used to, and that's probably a good thing since now I'm eating less of it, right? There's a reason for everything, they say. Well, we're talking a little bit about KFC, and that has to do a little bit about us and what we want out of life and what we're willing to do to get those different things that we talked about in life. As I have in the past and as I will in the future, I want to just tie it down to 3 different points today. KFC, know what you want, know who you want, know where you want, know why you want. It's so important. Many of us are very vague, even in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless my food and please bless my mom and dad. Extremely important. But are you really focusing on what you want? Dear Heavenly Father, please bless my food, help it to give the nutrition I need, and bless my father. I hope that he can get back to work and and take care of my mom and her illnesses. That's knowing what you want. That's focusing on and being more direct in what's important out there. We can be vague and say, bless our economy, bless the president, bless world peace, and those are good things. But if we're not focused on what does that mean, dear Heavenly Father, bless our president and hope he gets guidance and love and compassion for you to help guide him to lead our country into peace or whatever that may be. That's more direct, and that's knowing what you want. Saying, I know I want $1 million, that's great, but it's probably more profound. What do you want the $1 million for? To buy yourself a nice house and car? Yeah, of course those things are exciting, but how are you going to replenish that million when it's gone? How are you going to serve someone else when it's no longer available? What's the real purpose of the $1 million? Is it to just brag about you're a millionaire? Or do you just want to live a millionaire lifestyle? And let me tell you a little something. You and I can live $1 million lifestyle without $1 million in our pocket. Trust me, I do. And some of that has to do with travel. You know, you get big discounts, different packages, be involved with the right people that feed your mind, all these different things that we need to kind of accomplish those things we want to portray who we are, why we are, what we are. Aren't those things important? Now let's get about to the F. Again, we're not talking about chicken. We're talking about KFC in a different matter. K is obviously knowing what you want. Now, what about F? Like if you go speak at an audience, or maybe you know you want this particular job, or you know you want to date someone in particular, find out what you're really getting. A lot of us want to marry our childhood sweethearts, for instance, and many of you have, and good for you. And regardless, but remember that first love, you just loved them and nothing could go wrong, and you gave allegiance to that person and told your friends and family, this is who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Again, some of you did it right, and I congratulate you. But find out a little bit about them. They talk about the 4 seasons of life: spring, summer, fall, winter. Find out how that person is in all those different seasons. Again, maybe you know where you want to live. I know I want to live in this town. Go to that neighborhood or that town morning, afternoon, and night. Look for police reports. Maybe again, if you can wait, spring, summer, winter, fall, and find out what's portrayed and what the neighborhood's really like and what the people are like. We often find a job of our dreams, and it may be the job of your dreams. I joined the Air Force, and for a long time, it was kind of the job of my dreams. Well, let's be realistic. When you're a newbie on the bottom of the totem pole, you're going to get the crap jobs. In the military, you get trained, you have leaders and supervisors help you grow into different positions. But when you're starting off in any career field, you're going to be mopping, holding a flashlight, sweeping the floors, painting rocks, answering phones, whatever it is. And if you can find out that in the beginning, but you know it's going to take you to something bigger and better later on, so be it. Does it really matter? You and I cannot just leave high school or even college and expect to be at the top of the ladder. It's not supposed to work that way. You and I, despite where we are in our economical, educational upbringing, family ties, we still have to work for what we have. We still have to earn it. We still have to deserve what we think we're worth. And if you think you're worth more and no one else seems to know it, kind of figure that one out a little bit. Think about it. And that leads to the C in the KFC. You're right, we have to know what we want. We have to find out what we want really is, and C, change accordingly. Change. Like I said, maybe that childhood sweetheart is the one you want, and they're